Hello and welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your #1 source for the latest updates on everything happening with the Iraqi dinar. Buckle up because today we've got some absolutely massive breaking news coming straight from one of the most talked about voices in this space, Guru Nader. The headline says it all. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq has confirmed an exchange rate change. That's right, folks. A big shift is officially on the horizon, and according to Nader, it's coming very, very soon. This could be the moment that so many of us have been waiting for, and it's shaking up the entire dinar community. Now, let's be clear. This isn't one of those wild forum rumors or social media whispers. This report is coming directly from Nader, broadcasting from the Middle East, and he's saying this information is real. He's telling his audience that the decision has already been made at the highest level, by the governor himself. That's not speculation. That's confirmation, if what he's saying checks out. The sense of anticipation is electric right now because this kind of statement doesn't come around often, and when it does, it usually signals that something major is about to unfold. Nader emphasized repeatedly that this is really good news. He's confident, even excited, saying the announcement hasn't gone public yet, but is expected either tonight or tomorrow morning. Those of you who follow his updates know how he works. When Nader says tonight or tomorrow, he's setting the stage for a real news drop. He told viewers, "I'm going to tell you something, and everybody's going to be talking about it tonight or tomorrow." That's not just hype. That's a clear signal that we're right on the edge of an official release. At the heart of his report is this. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq has decided to change the exchange rate, to lower it. And remember, when we're talking about the dinar, lower means something very different than it sounds. Lowering the exchange rate here means it will take fewer dinars to buy a US dollar. In other words, the value of the dinar goes up. That's the revaluation everyone has been waiting for. The million-dollar question now is, how much higher will it go? That's where things get interesting. Nader didn't attach a specific number this time. He's being careful not to overpromise. But what he did make absolutely clear is that the decision is done. The internal discussions, the meetings, the reviews, all of that is finished. The governor has made the call. What's left now is the public announcement and the technical rollout. He literally said, "It's time to announce it." That line alone carries a ton of weight. It implies that the preparations are complete, the systems are ready, and everything is lined up for the official reveal. This isn't about whether the decision will happen. According to this report, it already has. We're now just waiting for that switch to flip. And while Nader didn't confirm the exact new rate, he did bring back his long-standing reference to 322s. If you've been following him for any amount of time, you know that's the number he's been talking about for years. He's not claiming the governor has said that figure directly, but by reintroducing it here, he's reminding everyone of his consistent target, a level that would represent a complete economic transformation for Iraq. A rate anywhere near 322 would mean Iraq isn't just tweaking its currency, it's re-entering the global stage with real economic force. That would turn the dinar into one of the most valuable currencies in the region, backed by Iraq's massive oil reserves and growing financial infrastructure. But here's the part that's getting everyone buzzing. Nader mentioned a date. He said, "I've heard December 8th, everything will change." That's not vague language. That's a firm date on the calendar, and it shifts this story from speculation into a countdown. For the first time, we're not just hearing soon, we're hearing when. December 8th could be the day the revaluation goes live. That's only a few weeks away, which means we're entering one of the most crucial periods this community has ever seen. According to Nader, on that date, everything, the rate, the currency, the financial system, will switch. That implies not just a rate change, but the introduction of lower denomination notes, updates to ATMs, and a full reset across the banking network. It's the classic overnight switch scenario. One day you wake up and everything's changed. Nader says the ATMs will be recalibrated, banks will operate under the new value, and Iraq will finally present itself to the world with a strong, stable currency. That's the vision so many have been holding on to, a clean, coordinated transformation led by the central bank. He also connected all of this to the political timeline. reminding everyone of what he's been saying since the elections. Political stability had to come first. Now that the elections are done, the framework government is stable, and the dust has settled, the path is clear for the CBI to move forward. This alignment between political calm and economic action has always been a key indicator that something big is ready to happen. If this report is accurate, it means the governor of the CBI, the single most important person in Iraq's financial system, has given the green light. Once a decision like this is made at that level, it's extremely unlikely to be reversed. That's why Nader's message carries such weight right now. He's saying the groundwork is already complete. International agreements are in place. The banking infrastructure is ready, and the lower denomination notes are prepared for release. When you add all that together, it paints a picture of a country ready to reintroduce its currency to the global market with confidence. A revaluation of this scale, potentially in the dollar range, would be a monumental event. It would represent Iraq's reemergence as an economic force after decades of instability. It would also send ripples through the international financial community as investors and analysts react to one of the most significant currency moves in modern history, Nader's mention of tonight or tomorrow. As the window for a preliminary announcement fits perfectly with how major economic news tends to unfold, usually timed for late-night releases or early morning coverage to capture the global market's attention. That means we could see headlines emerging almost immediately if his report proves true. As always, Nader positions himself just ahead of the official confirmation, giving his followers a heads up before the mainstream news catches on. That's part of why so many people tune in. He's been right on timing before, and his confident tone this time is adding fuel to the fire. He also reiterated that this isn't a gradual adjustment or a slow-moving float. It's a one-time flip-the-switch event. A total revaluation. That's why the phrase, "everything will change," is so powerful. It's not just about a number. It's about a national transformation. Even if the initial rate isn't exactly 322, the direction of this change, up, is what matters. It would mark the fulfillment of years of preparation, patience, and planning. And for those who've held on to hope, this could be the moment where that faith finally pays off. The connection to Iraq's political stability is critical here too. Many analysts have long said the revaluation couldn't happen without a steady government. Now, with Sudanese leadership solidified and key reforms in motion, all the pieces seem to be falling into place. So let's sum it up. According to Guru Nader, the decision is made. The CBI Governor has approved the exchange rate change. The official announcement could drop as early as tonight or tomorrow morning. And the full switch, the day when everything changes, could come on December 8th. That means the long-awaited revaluation might finally be moving from talk to reality. If it unfolds as reported, this would be one of the most significant economic moments in Iraq's modern history. Stay tuned right here on Iraqi Dinar News. We'll be watching closely and bringing you every confirmed update the moment it hits. This is the news so many of you have been waiting for. The big shift may truly be right at our doorstep. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure your notifications are on. Because if the announcement does drop tonight or tomorrow, you'll want to hear it from us first. This is a moment that could change everything. Stay hopeful, stay informed, and as always, we'll see you in the next report.